أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم فالصالحات قانتات حافظات للغيب بما حفظ الله والتي تخافون نشوزهن فعظوهن واهجروهن في المضاجع واضربوهن فإن أطعناكم فلا تبغوا عليهن سبيلا إن الله كان عليا كبيرا. صدق Allah Azim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, men are the caretakers of women as men have been provisioned by Allah over women and tasked with supporting them financially. Therefore, righteous women are devoutly obedient and, when alone, protective of what Allah has entrusted them with. And if you sense ill conduct from your women, first advise them. If they persist, do not share their beds. But if they still persist, then discipline them gently. But if they change their ways, do not be unjust to them. Surely Allah is the most high, the all great. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another episode of Islam for Europeans. I'm your host, Robert. Please like and subscribe. And I'm pleased to announce that our first ever article at Islam for Europeans to be on another platform was just released recently. If you haven't heard, Brother Abdullah Yousef, whom I interviewed on this channel a couple of months ago for his great hard sci-fi novel, Blood of the Levant, he is now the editor-in-chief of an e-magazine that he created, which is geared towards Muslim men. The name of the e-mag is called Qawwam, Qawwam, which means basically a protector or caretaker. And it's available for free. I'll provide the link in the description. And he got several great, young Muslim authors to write articles for this e-mag. I'm included in that as well. I wrote the article challenging the Madinah Model, which you can see on page 47. So really excited about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create another video, and in that video I will basically just basically give an audio version of that article. Now, there's some other great works. I had a chance to read through Qawwam magazine, the first issue, and got some really great stuff on it. So I just give a run through of the main articles. So you have Dispatches from Bactria, and that's from Brother Basil. Just liked him on Twitter. So he talks about his latest trip to the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan post-liberation. We also have an article entitled Nur ad-Din Zengi's Dream. We also have A Star Hidden in the Night from Beria. Now, Star Hidden in the Night is about the French right-wing author Abel Bonnard, who I didn't really realize existed. He had very positive things to say about Islam, and you could definitely tell that it's reflected in a lot of his writings. He had a copy of the Quran, in his library. So very fascinating take on Abel Bonnard. We also have an article that I really enjoyed from Charlemagne. You can find on Twitter under Ox Charlemagne, which is called The Cancer of Consumerism. So that article talks about how consumerism has really overtaken the lives of many people, both Muslims and non-Muslims, and argues towards the idea of minimalism, which is only keeping the goods necessary that you need in order to survive, instead of just collecting expensive trinkets, which on the surface are is supposed to make your life more free, but all it does is just it causes more pain and heartache. And and he relates it to the ayat in the Quran about about this life, about how this life is just about amusement, but the most important thing is the remembrance of God, of Allah, and working towards that particular goal. So it was a great reminder. Alhamdulillah, I'm glad that I was able to read Charlemagne's article. Then we have my article, Challenging the Medina Model. The next article is from Muslim Bitcoiner called The Reality of Riba in Our Financial System, which is all about basically the foundations of interest and where interest-based loans started in history, and how it affects the entire economy in a negative way. So that was a really good read as well. We have Confessions of a Muslim Investment Banker by Secret Muslim Banker. So this is basically a Muslim, who doesn't want to reveal his identity, but he talks about the world of high finance that he was involved in, and his struggle to find an Islamically appropriate way to make and spend that money. And finally, we have an article from a great short story from Abdullah himself called "The Cripple and the Blind," which is a great cap on the first issue of Qawwam. We also have some great memes, hilarious memes in there as well. If you want to read through that as well, I'm really happy for Abdullah. I'm glad that he's he's worked through this, put a lot of effort into the first ever issue. It's definitely much needed. It's not just, it's geared toward Muslim men, but it's not just for Muslim men. Muslims, both men and women can find value in it. And also, I think a lot of non-Muslim, traditionalist men or Christian men can find a lot of value in the themes that that we're talking about. So overall, a great launching to the first episode. I'm glad I was able to make this video. I want to try to plug Qawwam as much as humanly possible. Inshallah, this will be the first of many issues. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward us for our humble efforts. And I'd like to actually, all the authors, if you're listening, assalamu alaikum. I'm glad I was able to be in the first issue of Qawwam with you. So Neobactrian, Muslim Bitcoiner, Charlemagne, Beria, Secret Muslim Banker. If you're more than welcome to come on here at Islam for Europeans, if you want to plug this article that you wrote or your other stuff. But I just wanted to say that and just take some time, to read through Qawwam, the first issue, including the article that I wrote. And that's pretty much it for today. So like I said, like and subscribe to Islam for Europeans. Make sure you tell everyone about this great initiative started by your brother Abdullah. And I will be making another video with the audio version of the article that I wrote very shortly, inshallah. Okay, that's it for today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.